The NGK V-Power performance spark plugs will be available for any 93 to 04 Mustang owner who may be looking for a replacement for old or worn out spark plugs, but want to upgrade to a high performance option that will provide quicker starts, offer improved fuel efficiency, and lower emissions with a nickel alloy tip. Now this will be for an all stock or slightly modified engine, as the heat range is set at a normal 5 rating. Now the installation is pretty straightforward, so I'm giving it 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. These spark plugs from NGK are a high performance stock replacement option built to handle the lightly modified pushrod or mod motor. Replacing your spark plugs every few thousand miles is crucial in keeping your engine running smoothly and efficiently. Now that's why I think these V-Power plugs from NGK, a company that's been making plugs for Mustangs for years, are super affordable and super reliable. They're definitely an upgrade over the factory option. They'll help you get rid of rough idling, misfires, trouble starting, and the bad fuel economy and lack of throttle response you might be dealing with as a result of old or worn out plugs. Now it's important to take note of the heat range for the spark plug you're getting for your Mustang. Different setups require different heat range plugs to handle the different applications. Now the heat range for this option is a 5, which means it's perfect for the stock or modified engines. Obviously, I've said that a few times. That really fits anywhere from 4 to 6 in the heat range profile, and I keep repeating that because it is so crucial in making sure your setup works properly. Now picking different spark plug manufacturers will change the different numbers in the heat range. For example, NGK uses 2 to 11 to rate spark plug temperatures. One thing to note is that NGK's scale is pretty backwards compared to most manufacturers, meaning with them, the higher the number, the colder the plug, where normally the hotter numbers are the higher numbers. So if you're running a forced induction setup, you'll be looking for the higher number, not the lower one. This option, as far as materials and construction kind of goes for each plug individually, they were manufactured to feature a copper core for superior conductivity with a nickel alloy tip, which helps diminish corrosion with the option here. Now G-Power plugs from NGK offer a platinum tip for a better fuel economy. Now as far as performance, you'll most likely not notice a difference between the two on your Fox Body, SN95, or New Edge if your build is mild or stock, but you want to look into what's best for your own setup. Now as far as pricing is concerned, you can expect to be spending just about $20, which of course is a bit less than those G-Power options, but that's because of the difference in tip. Now I've used these plugs on my own 95 Cobra and I have absolutely no complaints. They started up quick and worked great with my own setup. Now let's shift on over to the install portion. Obviously spark plugs are not going to be a tough job whatsoever. These are going to be a pretty simple job for a ratchet, socket set, a bunch of extensions, and a little bit of patience, because obviously the different motors can be a little bit of a pain in the butt to do spark plugs on, especially in those tight underneath places, but definitely doable, so I'm giving it 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Give it an hour or 2 from start to finish for all 8 plugs since you're working with a V8. Before I let you go, it is a pretty good idea to swap out the wires at the same time you do the plugs, just to make sure everything's new and working together perfectly, but it isn't required and is completely up to you. You want to be very careful that you don't cross-thread them as well, which can become a huge issue, especially if you're running aluminum heads. Wrapping things up here, if you're the owner of a 93 to 01 Cobra, 96 to 04 GT or Mach 1, or a 98 to 04 V6, you might want to check out NGK's V-Power performance spark plugs, which you can find right here at AmericanMuscle.com.